Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. So we're going to take a look back at some memorable races that I've had in the past. This race took place back in February of 2019, and the significance of this race is that this is my first race in the lights class. So for those of you that don't know the structure of league racing at Dallas Karting Complex, anyone that weighs 191 pounds or more with all of their gear on races in the heavies class. Anyone that cannot meet that weight requirement goes to lights. I usually race in the heavies class, but this is my first race in the lights class to see how I do. All right, so I didn't get a very good start on the green flag there. Right here, I didn't get a little bump there. You can hear my original audio from my original posting in the background, so I apologize. I just can't really get rid of it for this video. All right, so right here, something opens up for me. I'm going to follow 25 through here because I have a left-hander, so I'm thinking I'm able to follow 25 past number 4 and get that spot, which does happen, but number 4 does a really good job of coming right back. But I've got the inside on turn 13 here, so I'm not too worried. Now, right here, I am a little annoyed that he's still out there because he can get the spot back and, or slow me down even if he doesn't get the spot back. But, good on him for being able to keep the cart out there. And I've noticed that the light drivers are more aggressive, and boom, the barriers go flying there. Yeah, I just kind of noticed in the opening lap that the lights drivers drive a lot more aggressively than the heavy guys, and that's not just a one race thing that I've noticed. I've kind of noticed that just from league racing and watching them drive. So I've got a pretty fast cart. Now, to give you an idea of kind of the weight class, the weights of some of these guys, I don't really know everybody who I'm racing against, but when I have all my stuff on race day and I weigh in on the scale, I'm like 197, 201. It just kind of depends on the day. I know some of the guys that race here are 140 pounds, maybe 150 with their gear on. So let's talk about weight. Does weight matter? I think there's a YouTube video out there of I don't know if he's an F1 driver or some pro driver. I think I've seen it once. He goes to an indoor track with electric carts, and they do they add weights to the cart and let him drive with and without, and then time it out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they concluded that weight does not matter. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that's BS. Weight does matter. Let's talk about this right here. I'm going to go for a move here. Get the move, but I kind of slide out wide, and he does a good job over-under, and man, he gets a spot back. I'm kind of annoyed with myself because I cannot waste moves when we're going against these guys. They're fast. So going back to what I was talking about, the weight thing, the reason I say it does make a difference is because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've got data to support this, and the data is the lap times for the top light guys in qualifying and during the race are always faster than the lap times for the top guys in heavies. Okay, and also too, just the results. When heavies guys that usually do well, like in the heavies class, like myself and Chance, who I think is the best driver overall in league, he competes in the lights class. We don't run up front consistently like we do in the heavies class. So I know this is my first race, so you'll kind of see what happens here. But just overall, that's kind of what happens, what I've seen happen. And again, the lap times don't lie. So I don't care what that video says. Weight does matter. If weight didn't matter, we wouldn't have weight classes, right? All right, back to the racing. So I'm in 8th place here, and good cluster of guys. There's old orange helmet number 6, James Newton. What's up, James? Gonna bump him there. Tell him I'm sorry. I think he made some kind of hand motion to me, so I was like, well, don't slow down, dude. I won't bump you. But James is a good dude. Clean racer. There's Chance right behind me. Speaking of Chance. So at this point, we'll cruise around and let them start battling each other and look for opportunities to take spots. That's what we're going to do. And that is Patrick, my buddy Patrick, in third place at the front of this line, just holding everybody up. Patrick's a fast driver. He just drew a slower cart this evening, so he's struggling a little bit to keep it up, but he's doing a good job of keeping it up front. Like right there, he takes a defensive line and really protects his spot. And this whole video is pretty much a clinic on defensive driving that Patrick puts on, and you'll see. All right, so a good opportunity here to fall 25 in past 6, which is James, so we'll take that. Going into 7 and 8, and here comes Chance taking a spot from James, hanging in there as best he can. So we're up to 6th place now, going pretty well. I give him a little bump there. Maybe could have spun him out, but man, I don't want to lift very much, given, again, the weight differences. I just don't feel like I'm going to be able to compete against these guys. Like I said earlier, do have a good cart, so I'm able to be competitive, but I cannot waste opportunities because I'm just going to fall back if that happens. It's got to maximize everything. All right, so we'll settle in line here and just kind of play out what happens. You see Patrick taking a defensive line to the center there, so I'm going to start off in the center. No one behind me, swing out wide. And let's see what happens here. Cart 31, that is Mr. Doug. Good dude. I'm going to try to follow Doug through here. So you've noticed a pattern here where, you know, I'm kind of freight train someone, but he does a good job by keeping the outside, which now gives him the inside. Now this corner here, a lot of people back off. I don't back off in this corner. You know, if you're next to me, we're going, get ready to go, you know, full throttle through there, and I hope we don't wreck. It takes a lot of trust between two people to go through there. If you've ever been to this track, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's a very dangerous corner. So if you go side by side with someone there, full throttle, you better trust that guy next to you, and he better trust you. All right, check this out. 4 wide going into this turn. That's just nuts. I don't know why you would try to make that 4 wide. It's not going to work out.
Doug right in front of me.
But that's good for me. You guys do those things, and I will pull away and try to focus on Doug, who's in front of me and is right behind Patrick. So I'm watching this race, and I know what's going on. It's like, okay, Patrick obviously has, his cart's not as strong as the rest of ours, so we may be able to get him. But if Doug gets around Patrick, he's gone. I probably won't catch him. I think he has a pretty fast cart. So I want to get around Doug and then get around Patrick. I do not want Doug to get around Patrick, because if he does, and I'm not in front of Doug, forget it. I'd rather pass Doug as well and try to defend Doug after I pass Patrick. So we're going to, there's still a little bit of a ways out, so see if we can, see if I can catch him here. Spoiler alert, I do. But so you see, and this is why, because the defensive driving there, I don't think Doug knows I'm here, and here I am. Gives me plenty of room. And there's old Patrick. Look at his lines. Like, when I say defensive lines, if you're not really familiar with racing and you're just kind of checking this out for the first time, well, number one, welcome. Hopefully you'll get something out of this video and a better understanding of kind of what's going on. We're just not out there, not that you think we are, but sometimes people think we just go out there and drive and there's no strategy. Well, that's completely wrong. There's tons of strategy going on. I mean, look at Patrick. He's just in defense mode the whole time. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, how can I capitalize on something he does? And then, you know, but I got to keep Doug behind me at the same time. So there's a lot going on, you know. I got my hands full too, and then Doug's trying to beat both of us, so he's racing hard. There's just a lot going on here. So defensive lines is, you know, usually like right here, you know, watch Patrick swing out all the way to the left, takes it inside, and then inside here. Those are normal racing lines. When he goes defensive, like right here, instead of going far right, you see him kind of hang out in the middle, like right there. That's because he wants to take away our line to the normal racing line. So he's given up. Tell Doug to kind of, I'm going to check up here. He does a good job of cutting me off there. I got a little bit of a run on. Let's see if I can go over under on him right here. Let's try it. Slid out a little bit, just don't have it. let's settle back in. So when you do a defensive line, you know, you are slowing yourself down as well too, because you're not maximizing the best line on the track. You know, keeping the engine wound up, all that good stuff. Just, you know, normal racing line, the fast way around the track. All right, right here, I do get outside. If I can stay outside here, I got him. Going. Stays outside, closes the door, and then Doug does a good job of taking advantage of that. I mean, I had to go for it. Does a really good job. So right there, I don't want to follow Doug around the outside, so I'm going to follow Patrick in and try to get next to Doug and get my spot back. All right, so here, I back off there and let Doug take that spot. I don't have a lot of good position on him, so I don't think that was the time to try to go side by side. So things are going pretty well for me, I would say. You know, my first league race in lights, and it's like, man, I'm up in 5th place, battling for a podium. That would be cool if I could get a podium in my first lights class race. So Doug's going to work on Patrick, and again, I do not want Doug to pass Patrick because I just think Doug will drive away from me if he does. I'm trying to get around Doug. All right, so you see Patrick taking a defensive line, so I'm just going to bump Doug past, just up, and then I swing to the inside. Nail Patrick, kind of hit Doug. I apologize and let him go ahead, buddy. Gives me a thumbs up.
We got company.
And now I've got some guys, since, you know, we're over here racing. Guess what? That big pack that was behind us goofing around, they've caught up to us. So now I've got some drivers with me. So I've got my hands full with Doug and Patrick, and now this guy's trying to race me. And it's like, oh crap, you know. Just one more thing to solve, one more something to sort out, but that's all right.
I got the inside here.
All right, we're coming up on 2 laps to go, and it's not looking good. I mean, I've had probably 2 decent chances of passing Patrick, and he's just done an excellent job of closing the door. So I know I don't have very much time. I don't think I know there's 2 laps to go. Usually what the flag man will do, he'll throw an X up with 2 rolled up flags. Actually, no, he won't. That's halfway. I'm sorry. He'll put them up like just side by side. That's 2 laps to go. My apologies. I don't know what I'm thinking. All right, right here, I get a run on Doug. Going in the 5 and 6. Does a really good job here of staying outside. And here we go, dude. I'm not lifting. I know he's not lifting. We're going side by side, 7 and 8. And we give each other plenty of room. Nobody wrecks out. And, you know, I definitely trust Doug enough to do that. So that's good clean racing right there between both of us. So Doug starts getting caught by the people behind us and kind of gets devoured there, which sucks for him. He's running a really good race, and then just that one little corner there, lost some momentum, and then the pack catches him, and, you know, look at that. It's all those guys and a big snake behind us. That's pretty crazy. And, you know, I'm in 4th place, and there's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way probably through, I don't know, 12th, if I had to guess. All right, last lap. See if I can get Patrick here for a podium spot. So you see here, he's taking a defensive line, and I catch up to him pretty quick there. Takes another defensive line right here. And in 2 corners, I went from kind of far back to right on his rear bumper. He should have just taken his normal racing lines. He should have been aware that there's no one directly behind him, and just take your normal racing lines and try to maximize, you know, your kart speed. He doesn't do that, so I'm able to now get in the fight. So I've got probably legitimately maybe 2 spots here that I can try to pass him. This is going to be one of them. I'm going to try to stay to the outside of him on this exit here. And if I can get him to this corner there, which I can't do it, he closes the door, and I swing out wide to try to avoid from hitting him because I don't want to give him more momentum and I don't want to kill mine. So right here, another spot, I go inside, and the car slides out. I'm done right there. I'm trying to go over under, just don't have it. I made a mistake there. What I should have done is recognize that he was driving defensively. I should have taken my normal line, going into that S-turn, and
little
set him
shit.
up for an over-under. That's what I should have done.
Good
I
race,
didn't
man.
do it. Congratulations,
Nah, it's a good
Patrick.
race.
He put on a freaking clinic on defensive driving. Can't believe he pulled that off, but he did. Very good job, Patrick. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for
Good
watching.
job,
We'll see you next
buddy.
time.